Sega.
You were off, Phil.
This is Binary Domain.
I know, my fault.
Joining me is Logan.
Heyo.
Oblivious.
Hey.
And Azureink.
Hello.
This is a third-person shooter developed by Sega. Specifically, most of the team is the same team that worked on the Yakuza games. Which I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but, you know.
Nope. No, nothing about it. Heard of it.
They don't offer any more specific information, so I had to look it up. Anyway, this game features voice recognition. And I just take a test of 10 random words, and the first word they give me is the F word.
What, seriously?
Yeah. And I got it wrong, too.
Hang in there.
Recognition error.
Stop.
I thought you would purposely censored yourself, like cut it out of the audio.
Well, let's just leave that a mystery, shall we?
Well, I mean,
the voice recognition is kind of hit or miss. I got about 8 out of 10 on this test, so I guess it's a good day today.
Yeah, voice recognition is almost never good, though. This is going to be fun to watch.
Like, you can play the game without it, but I just prefer to, because when it works, it feels a lot more immersive.
Immersion is something I really enjoy myself, so I'd probably play with it. And here you are choosing your difficulty.
Thank you for
got
that
a badass around here. Badass.
Neil deGrasse Tyson in 2080 AD.
So this game kind of starts off in media res a bit, but by the end of the chapter we'll have basically all the
Orders
backstory.
from the International Robotics Technology Association Executive Office.
Which is right next to the other office.
The IRTA Council approved Rust Crew deployment to enter Japan covertly and investigate reports of Amida Corporation's development of human-like robots.
The Replicators.
Your orders are to enter the Tokyo Bay seawall and infiltrate the lower city slums. Rendezvous with the other national squads and head for Amida.
If it's replicators, wouldn't that be Seattle?
This is a covert operation without the awareness or consent of the Japanese government. You may engage local forces in combat, but IRTA...
Does anyone else get Metal Gear Solid vibes, or is that just me?
Good luck.
Oh no, I'm getting it too, and I haven't even played any of the games.
Same here.
Yeah, if I had to give this game a tagline, it would be Metal Gears of War. Like, you could call this a spin-off game set in the future of the Metal Gear franchise, and I wouldn't even blink.
They do look similar in the way of armor.
Welcome to Japan, brother. That's my welcome? Your ugly ass?
No, this guy's so likable already.
You ain't seen what I'm
Meet Dan and Bo, the world's 2 snarkiest
Oh
Americans.
yeah. Or Frills. It's gotta be Frills, right? Frills?
Possibly. No, the rain effects aren't bad.
It looks kind of realistic.
Yo,
Looks
Dan,
like a seawall.
Let's go over the communication system. Use your radio if you want to respond or say something to me.
So, fair warning, I recorded my voice during the recording sessions and I left it in. And I actually, I'll have little subtitles of what I'm actually saying to try and use voice commands down at the bottom of the screen.
Which means if you can read English, we can talk over it.
Well, yeah, there's that too. I try and make it pretty quiet. I don't want to try and talk over myself.
I got it.
Yeah, that would just be a little bit confusing.
Yes.
Good answer.
But the main point is that it doesn't always work the way I want it to, so I just want to prove that I'm not screwing up the voice recognition system.
Next,
it's just kind of
let's
that
go
bad.
about gear, handling weapons and battle tech.
So, like voice recognition in general.
You know, the stuff that you would have gotten in training.
Yeah. Like, we're starting our operation and we've known each other for a while, but, you know, I get the feeling you don't quite know how to use a gun.
Dan, you see that sign over there?
Wow, this really is Dead Space 3 all over again.
Alright then, shoot that sign.
Isaac Clarke, you know how to dismember mechamorphs, right?
You know, with the unsilenced weapon.
Good shooting, Dan. Someone's been
those blue arrows, every
teammate
teammate in the game has a trust meter. Blue arrows mean that you've just increased your trust with them.
Yeah.
You can also get
and trust affects kind of their likelihood to obey your commands, and also some late game divergent story stuff. But that's a ways off.
Nice.
So it's kind of like what they tried to do with the Thing
Alright,
video
that
game a
about
long
does
time
it.
ago.
Okay, my man. Let's get on with the mission.
Who really said that?
They made a
You
Thing
know,
video
the
game.
one where we're supposed to sneak in undercover.
Oh,
and then start
you didn't
shooting
know
up
that?
the place
Don't
with
forget to grab that
unsilenced
ammo
weapons.
Yeah, technically this is supposed to be covert operation, and
Yo,
It's about
I
as
was wondering,
overt as neon
what are your
pink.
plans after this is all done?
As covert as those
What are the
neon
plans?
signs on their
Vacation?
back.
Chicks?
I was gonna
Tropics?
say.
so every so often your partners will chat with you, and if you give them the right response,
Nope.
you can increase their trust.
What'd you say?
But that's only if
I
you
got it
actually
right
manage
and
to
got
say the
you
right
all
thing.
flustered.
I tried to say the
Never
wrong
mind,
thing, and I
man.
still failed.
It's funny, it tells you to say nope, and then when you
Why we
say
gotta
nope, it
No,
execute
doesn't.
the
it wants me to say
Shitty
yes.
weather.
It's like, yeah, I'm a player, you know. I'm into chicks and tropics, and
But it
I was
has
like,
the
but
little,
I'm
like-
a video game nerd.
It says nope or definitely.
Yeah.
But
All
Newbie
right,
said
let's
no.
go.
Well,
Yeah,
Touch
but it
with
didn't
HQ
let
too.
it.
when,
It
when
didn't
you
let it
press
go
when you
through.
press tab or left bumper, it gives you a list of suggested responses, and you're just gonna have to say one that
Beetle
fits
to the base.
generally within those.
Loud and clear, Beetle 2. Line is secure, tracking locked. Current position, 35 degrees, 6356
The other guy,
seconds.
Beetle 1?
139 degrees, 7724 seconds.
Ah, thanks, Major. Now,
The
how
way-
about in English?
You're nearing the target infiltration point, smartass. It's less than a click ahead of you.
Yeah, we're approaching now.
Why did they do it in seconds and not by
Remember,
like
once you're inside the
meters?
seawall, maintain radio silence.
GPS
We'll cut
coordinates.
this link once you're through. Any famous last words?
Must not know enough about
Yeah,
GPS.
tell your mama I love
I heard
Yeah, it's
that,
degrees,
Boateng.
minutes, seconds.
Base out.
Also, I find it really hard that they get secret agents to be this snarky and everything.
This game is all about the snark. Every single person.
Although my
mean-
question is, now that he heard him say something about loving his mother, is he gonna go and tell his mother about that?
I'll check out this face.
No, what?
He was just so surprised. It's like, wait, what?
I think that was your reaction to the Nexus last recording session.
I was not. I was. That was a neutral expression. I was frowning.
There's a lot of bullets.
Yeah, there
Visual on 6.
are a lot of enemies in any given encounter.
Major, we're under attack.
Well, if it wasn't for them shooting off unsilenced weapons nearby the place, they wouldn't have gotten pinned down like that.
I seriously doubt that, considering the number of robots around.
Also, the robots have Stormtrooper AMS per usual.
Well, you know, they're robots. You can kind of cut them some slack. Also, just to be clear, these are robots. Was that not clear? Did we establish that? Okay.
Actually, that makes even less sense because robots don't have the human desire to not kill. They're
Well,
Robots. Also,
Ready?
I thought they were supposed to make humanoid robots.
Slow down!
Damn,
Very
it's
realistic.
Bad news if they get too close.
These look
Stop them by
like
shooting
crash
their
test
legs.
dummies.
so,
so we're fighting the future versions of Buster here from MythBusters.
so the enemies have some interesting locational damage.
They can't tell friend from foe after a solid headshot.
Also, it's survivor difficulty,
Come
so
on,
I'm kind of
blow
taking
them
some
metallic
damage.
brains out.
I can't even stay out of cover long enough to get a good headshot. So, this game has some DLC. Specifically, I've got one called the Dan Marshall Pack, which gives you some nanomachine skills to start out, and a couple of other things later. And this game is kind of difficult without the most basic stat boosting nanomachines.
Nice.
Well, at least it's the actual difficulty and not fake difficulty like insane enemies.
So when you headshot an enemy, it immediately switches sides and aggroes all the other enemies around it, which makes it probably the most useful thing you can do.
Bam! Now that's a nice shot.
Well, that's an interesting way to do a headshot.
I thought you said there were only 7 scraps.
I like it better than just the head exploding.
Nothing we can't handle?
Well, I'd imagine they'd have like harder cranial protection than we do. So
Well, it takes more than like 1 or 2 shots. You actually have to have sustained fire, and it's actually a good reason to have
Hey,
some
damn,
trigger
this
discipline
shit's
over
in the
long
way.
range.
Do something about it.
No, don't stand near a car, it will explode.
Not so much in this
If you
game.
if you fire out the gas tank specifically, and even then. So what are you
When you
standing
shoot
on?
at it with plasma weapons.
Oh, energy.
So Dan and only Dan has a ability called the Shock Burst, which is this supercharged, piercing
That's what I'm talking about. Now we can move
shot
forward.
that stuns enemies.
That bad boy's crazy powerful.
Whack.
But it takes energy to fight.
Yeah, when you have a head,
Shooting it off like
a
crazy.
headless enemy,
Save it for when you
and
really
the
need it.
fight's over, it's best to just
Hey,
smash
a
them.
surveillance spot at 12.
Yeah, so you can get the money or
Careful
whatever
now.
that CR is.
Reinforcements in
Yeah,
the
credits.
spot.
You earn credits by killing
Did it,
people.
man. Good job, man.
So, like any
Kicking your
RPG,
heels,
obviously.
man. Go back. Got it.
Oh no, they spawned right upon you.
Well, that one kind of snuck up on me.
You need my help?
So my favorite feature in this entire game is the medkit system. Both you and your teammates can carry up to 3 medkits, and when you go down, you can revive yourself, or your teammates can revive you, spending one of those medkits.
Shiny.
Grenade.
That's actually a really good feature.
It is, because
Yeah.
it's not like you have to babysit your teammates and pick them up every time they stumble.
I also kind of like the red, the bloody. Your vision is going to be covered by the blood thing. It's a nice way to show your HP.
Well, that's just kind of standard for Gears of War knockoffs.
Gears of War, Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, take your pick.
Yeah.
None of which I've played.
Also, they're giant robots.
You were saying?
So this is Metal Gear.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have the firepower to take that down?
Metal Gears of War.
All I
And
need to hear.
Lancer.
Run!
So are the other guys like lesser
Come on,
lancers?
hustle. No
I
stopping. Hammer through
need to look up these.
Shit, don't these assholes
Glossary.
ever
They're a good Lancer, a great Lancer, and all that
You're
jazz.
almost at the seawall, Beetle 2. Cutting comms. Now.
So we can't take that thing on just yet, but we'll get our
Age
chance.
before beauty, my friend.
I doubt it. It looks like we could step on you.
So we're gonna drop Metal Gear Rex onto it.
Yep, that's kind of the spoiler.
Oh, damn it! I hate being right all the time. Remember, feet first.
I do go feet first when you dive. Or at least
Because
you guys.
it breaks the water surface and you don't shatter the rest of your bones.
We have to time this perfect or we're shit out of luck. Go for a fast grab. Ready?
So just like any good Gears of War knockoff, there are palette cleanser sections. Bits of gameplay that appear once and never again.
With dead meat if they spot us.
Like swimming.
Okay, here's the plan.
Yeah, this swimming section I don't think comes up anywhere else in the game.
Well, that's good, because if this doesn't go swimmingly, then it will go swimmingly.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
The whole point of sections like these are for the reviewers.
Dan, take cover underwater.
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
As in, they put all of they front load the game with all of these features, and then they never have them in the later parts because the
That
viewers
makes sense.
do things
Chapter 1 is very unlike the rest of the entire game. It has a bunch of stuff that appears once and never
Good
again.
exercise, huh?
right, exactly. Again,
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Save the world.
But
We got our
this is
priorities straight.
a normal AAA game thing nowadays.
fair enough. But to be honest, I like the rest of the game. I think this first chapter doesn't do a good job of selling it.
Let's go.
Oh, is it
So-
not as action packed?
It's
Later
not
on.
it's not so much the action-packed part. It's the fact that you don't get more teammates other than Bo until chapter 2 or so.
What chapter is it?
And you like the other teammates better than Bo?
I just like the whole
Game's open.
the whole dynamic with the trust
Come
system
here.
and whatnot.
I
But
mean now.
I'm getting ahead of myself and the game.
Okay.
How many guys can you have at
There's
one
no
point?
answer.
It's it's 4.
It looked like
Usually it's
okay.
3.
So 4
Depends
teammates.
on the section.
Now see, this
Okay.
part is annoying where you have to stop every like 5 seconds because of the
Red light.
stupid surveillance bots.
It's my light.
Yeah,
Green
but it's
light.
also really easy, and you've got way more than enough time to get it done.
Does the time limit change on different?
No, it's pretty much
difficulties?
always 3 minutes.
Alright, that pretty much
There you
wraps
go.
up the first part.
Now we just chill out. Hold on tight, bro.
Okay.
Thankfully, we'll never have to do that again.
Okay. Job done. Hope it's a touch more chilled on the flip side. Got my doubts though.
Alright.
Yeah, because this is a covert operation, right? We've
See-
totally snuck through.
Scene transition. Blue, blue, blue.